You're listening to Edge Radio TV. The views and opinions expressed in this program are that of the hosts or guests, and not the Edge Radio Network or its advertisers or affiliates.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is Nico Jet with the I'm Just Saying Live morning show. Are you ready to add a little edge to your morning? Well, let's get started. So we're waiting for my girl, Simply Tennille. You know, she has been traveling all around the world and doing all kinds of things. You know, I truly miss her. So hopefully she'll be back in the studio on Thursday. So we are going to get started real quick. When she comes back in, she can talk about her travels and what she's been doing. But I'm going to tell you guys about what I did over the weekend. So for one, yes, look at it. The hair, honey. It was time to do something different. Wanted a little summer do. So, yep, the hair is amazing. I love it. Make a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Okay. Also, I went to Melodrama Boutique's annual sidewalk sale event that they have every year. It was amazing. I'm talking with Jackie, the owner, who has been in business now for 18 years. And in December, I believe she'll be celebrating 19 years in business here in Houston. She is located on Alameda. I forget the address right off the top of my head, but it's on Alameda, right down the street from Bar 15. And it was busy. Our girl Tracy Faltry with XOXO Cosmetics. You guys saw her earlier this year. She was there as one of the vendors. They had vendors there. There was food. A lot of shopping was going on, and it was an amazing time. And I will have that video for you with that interview on Thursday. Also, I went and tried this new vegan restaurant called Casa Bell. You guys know that I am vegan, plant-based, and I'm always looking for new foods, new restaurants to try. And it was okay. You know, I know my girl Simply Tennille is always very, very honest. It was okay. However, I've told you about Vigos. You saw the video of when I went to Vigos, and I'm just a fan of Vigos. Casa Bell was okay. It's located in Memorial City in Houston. It was okay. I didn't really like it. And then when they brought out my food, there was a piece of hair. Not on purpose, but I just, you know, it kind of disappointed me and I lost my appetite. So they did offer me to try something else. And after that, I was kind of over it. So in other news, hold on a second. Do we have a girl on yet? Almost. Okay. So we're still waiting on my girl Simply Tennille, but I'm going to move on to local news here in Houston. Guys, guess who came to Houston and left a $1,000 tip? None other than Chad Johnson, or Ocinco. Is that right, Vince? Ocho Cinco, is that what you guys call him? He went to the Turkey Leg Hut and he left a $1,000 tip on a bill that was $4.28. That was it. And he wrote the message on the ticket and said, Proverbs 11:25, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. I thought that was so sweet of him. I'm not sure if, you know, he has a waitress. I've never been to the Turkey Leg Hut, believe it or not. So I don't know how the process works. I know. Don't come for me, but I've just never been to the Turkey Leg Hut because I don't eat meat and I don't think they have anything on the menu for me to eat. So I think we got my girl Simply Tennille in there. So let's grab her real quick so she can talk about all her travels and all the things she's been doing since she left me here by myself.
Do you feel abandoned, baby?
I mean, you know, I was feeling like the redheaded stepchild over here.
I I am right now. I am ducked off in the bathroom, trying not to wake my kids up.
Hold
like
on,
this,
I can't hear you.
This travel has definitely gotten to a situation where it has gone way too long, but you can tell by my voice that I've definitely been having fun, experiencing new things. Tijuana was definitely different for me. I have always wanted to, be a traveling journalist, but when you're doing something like that, you just never know what your situation is going to be once you get there. So Tijuana was definitely different, but I always make the best of everything. Right now, I am in Denver, Colorado, trying to get back. Well, not Denver. I'm actually in Colorado Springs, trying to get back to you guys. So I will definitely be there Thursday, unless, God doesn't see fit.
No, you're going to be back on Thursday.
Yes, I'm trying to get back. I promise you. Everybody just be very careful with these travel restrictions, especially when it comes to the COVID stuff, because people want the money in their country
where the money resides.
Period. Where the money resides. But again, congratulations to Denver Dynasty. They didn't take the championship home, but their counterpart, their team, the Denver Monarchs did. Nice. And so that was really exciting to see some women travel, living out their dreams, if you will, and going to a completely different country, playing a game that they loved. They left their hearts out there on the court, did their thing, and came back happy and ready to move on to the next level. They're also going to be having tryouts. If there's anybody who's interested, you don't have to live in Denver if you have the ability to do workouts from home. Like if you're one of those people who can stay in shape, yourself, they'll accept you as well. And they're going to be traveling. I think Las Vegas is up next. So that'll be really exciting for somebody who's interested in doing that.
I think I'm going to try out, Tennille.
do your thing, girl. They'll send you some workouts. You just make sure you can make that ball get inside the rim and not bouncing all outside.
I'm going to be like Stephen Curry and just do the 3-pointers so nobody could touch me.
Oh, you're going to be real good.
Oh, real good. So Tennille, how do you like my new style?
Look, I can see it, but I can just barely see it. It looks like it's super cute. I'm sure that if you're wearing it, that it's phenomenal. So I can't wait to see it in person.
It's so sweet. Okay, so did you hear me talk about local news with Chad Okocinco?
I did not.
He was here. So he was here in Houston, and he left a $1,000 tip on a $4.28 tab. So I thought that's
amazing.
Really sweet. Yeah.
What I wonder what the conversation, that leads me to believe that conversation, somebody was probably going through something in that conversation. I don't think that was just a random give. You know how sometimes when people are at work, especially servers, they kind of give a little bit too much information. You can tell with their situation and what's going on with them. Mm-hmm. So thanks, Chad, to whoever you gave that money to. I know it's a lot of people out there, trying to rebuild their lives and get their stuff back situated after COVID, especially servers and bartenders.
Especially after COVID. So let's move on to Texas news.
Let me not say after COVID. Let me say during.
True. This is true.
Because even though we're acting like it's over, it's really still there.
But did it ever really start?
That's the question. We need to go back to that.
Because people in Houston have been acting like
it didn't exist the entire time, and we've just been moving on with life.
It's like COVID, who? Just a side note, it's been very interesting since the state has opened up, per se, and you go into the shopping centers or stores or what have you, it's like half and half. Some are wearing masks, some are not. So it's just very interesting to see. And the businesses are saying mask is not required. However, we strongly suggest that you wear one upon entering.
We prefer that you do this. Yes.
Well, I saw one sign that said, "We strongly suggest that you wear a mask." But you
can't suggest anything strong enough if I don't want to do it. And there's several people who just plain do not want to do it.
Very true. Very true. So we're going to talk about ERCOT. They just will not go away. So,
oh my goodness.
Congress turned down basically a bailout bill that would have paid $880 million from the state's rainy day fund and loan program to let ERCOT pay off its debts. And the reason why they were trying to do this was to save cost to us. And it got rejected.
Really?
Say that again?
They were trying to save cost to us after these people cost people billions of dollars. That's what they were doing.
That's what they were doing. So it's
some big wig was trying to bail out his friends. Period.
That part. That's why it got turned down. They tried to attach it to House Bill 4492 to give everyone else on the ERCOT grid a $350 a piece break. So I don't know what's going to happen to that. So I guess we'll just stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll just keep watching that one.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring up something interesting because, this is June and we are celebrating fathers and great men who are doing amazing things in the community. So this story is about 3 North Texas men with locked hairstyles who were told to cut their hair to get a job. Now, we saw this in schools, which one of the dads expressed that he had to deal with that with his son. And the same thing has happened to them. They've missed opportunities. They've been passed by for promotions because their hair was locked and they refused to cut it. So do you think that's an invasion of someone's personal choice?
So I definitely think that, but at the same time, I come from an era where the braided hairstyles were not what you did if you wanted to be professional. So I can kind of see both sides of it because I do come from that era. Do I think it's right? No, but have we lived in a society that's been that way, forever? Yes,
right.
We have. And do you want to change or do you want to get the job? I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about it. It's a double-edged sword. You want to be who you are. You want to express, your culture or whatever, or how you feel like you look best. But to other people, it may not be that way. And it is still up to that company how they want to be represented.
That's very true. So it's kind of
until they accept that this is who you are and that you're worth more than some hair. I mean, you're stuck. Either you're going to go without the money and, try to file a lawsuit and this, that, and the other, which is just going to cost you more money when you're trying to better yourself.
Very true. And it's discrimination both ways because business does have the right to, hire or send who they want to send up the ladder. And then you have the right to wear your hair how you choose to. However, I kind of tend to agree with you. If it affects your livelihood, then either do something that, do something else, or I don't know. It's a touchy subject.
on both ends, hair really should not be that big a deal. But
True.
I do understand companies wanting to be represented in a certain light. Is it wrong? Yes. So again, we're at a catch-22 here. Do you want to continue on with your career and make the money if you know that your company is that way? Yes, you do.
Right.
Cut your hair off. Sorry to say that, but at the same time, why should they be requiring them, to do something like that? If they know that they're good at the job, but they've made this suggestion to them clearly before all of this happened, or it wouldn't have gotten this far.
Yeah, I agree. Well, on that note, we have to take a quick break and we will be right back. You are watching I'm Just Saying Live.
Hello, I'm Carlin Charleston, Executive Director of Erase Races, and I want to take this time to invite you to an opportunity to change the world. Perhaps you're too busy and too preoccupied to help change the world, but please take the next 2 minutes to listen to how we plan to do it. The divisiveness and bitterness observed in our country today is not a coincidence of the current administration or any administration before. It is also not a product of a singular or multiple infractions by a zealous or racist police force. No, the race problem precedes the founding of our country. Our very history speaks in racial language, and most everything that happens in our society now carries with it racial baggage. It simply does not have to stay that way. The Erase Race campaign has only one objective: the unifying of all Americans, and that without regard to the color of their skin. This is a difficult challenge because of our history, but we can do it if we believe. If we believe that Martin Luther King Jr. was right when he said, "We are tied together in a single garment of destiny," we can do it. We can do it if we believe the founding principles upon which our country was built, that all men are created equal. We can do it. And if we believe that God did in fact make all nations of men from one man, and that we are all therefore part of one family, one race, then we can do it. Yes, the task is monumental, but the reward is worth the challenge. If you would like to join us as we change America and inevitably change the world, go to eraseraces.com, sign up today, and welcome to Erase Races, because there is only one race, and you're in it.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? This is me, Bridget, and you are watching I'm Just Saying Live. We are located here at 415 West Gray Street at Midtown Bar and Grill upstairs, and we would love for you to come down and be a part of our live studio audience as one of our friends with Benny's. Your facial expressions are amazing right now.
My goodness, what energy, Jesus. I love it.
Hey, you know, I'm feeling so alone. You left me alone for so long.
Oh, you were so silly. You had to take on my energy, right? Like, take on my
did.
Because I'm running on low fuel right now, but I'm trying to get back, I promise. I also wanted to, before we get started with the interview, because I just want you guys to be able to have a nice, natural conversation, because I think that what our guest is doing is super special. We told you that we were not going to let you down for Father's Day month. If you will, right. We're going to be celebrating all month because we want to do the fathers exactly like we do the mothers, because we appreciate both sides, people stepping up and doing what they're supposed to do. So at this time right now, I also want to say happy belated Memorial Day, because I know that there's a lot of people out there, you know, who sacrifice for us, you know, things that we don't even know, you know, just trying, you know, to keep our country safe. So I just wanted to make sure that we pop that in there. And LGBTQ, we know that you guys are out there, and we know that it's your month. But this one right here on I'm Just Saying, we're going to remember the dads, and we'll try to squeeze y'all in there somewhere. We're going to figure it out, okay? Because we did have one, what was that, last week or week before last, when we had our Sex on the Edge ladies come through. She was like, I'm definitely going to be doing something, you know, throughout the week. So we'll make sure that we team up with them and maybe get on, you know, their show and, you know, do something in that regards.
Absolutely.
But we got a very special guest now. I'm going to let Bridget take back over.
Well, yes, I'm sitting here to a lovely young man who is doing some inspiring things in the community, and this is Mr. Deshaun Sharp, and he is kicking off our June Father's Day highlight, if you will, of Hustlers who are doing amazing things in the community. Deshaun, welcome to the
Yes,
show.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, before we pop into what you're doing, you're wearing locks. So how do you feel about that story I just talked about with the men cutting their hair? I know I put you on the spot.
Right in the spot. I was like, You know, honestly, I feel like with our hair, anybody's hair, right? It's like I always ask people this one serious question. I go, is there a real thing such as free will? Do you really feel like you have the free will to be who you are, wear the hair you want to wear? You know what I mean? Like all these things. Like, do you really feel like that's a real thing? Or do you feel like as soon as you do something that's outside the box of norm, somebody's supposed to, or a group is somebody's supposed to say, hey, let's reel them back in. Let's change their hair back. Let's, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, let's take off some of those tattoos or whatever. It's like, there's always going to be somebody that's going to perceive you and not like it. You know what I mean?
That's
so
very true.
you got to be comfortable with being who you are.
And I'm very comfortable with who I am. That's why I wear my hair the way I do.
Hello. No, that's right.
So let's get started about what you're doing, an event that you have coming up.
Yes. On June 13th, I myself and my cousin, we are putting together an event for fathers out there. It's a dads and daughters workshop. Where basically we sit down with a bunch of men and their daughters and we teach them how to do hair.
What?
Yes, teach them how to do hair. The girls get to paint. That's the thing, because I am a curator of the gallery, so the daughters get to paint.
You can't just say of the gallery. What gallery?
The #1 gallery, primary paint party / prime art gallery.
Okay.
And so I decided to throw this event together where the daughters will paint and the dads actually will learn how to do some hair, like ponytails, afro puffs, you know what I mean? Like just little simple things. Because I, being a girl dad, I was like, I wish somebody would have taught me, you know what I mean? So we put this event together to help dads out there and also give them tips on cultivating their daughter, you know what I mean?
Nice. Okay.
Being a girl dad is not easy, especially from a male's perspective.
So you have your shotgun and your baseball bat ready?
Yeah. I'll stay ready. Stay ready for baby girl.
So what made you or put you in the throes of having to learn how to comb your daughter's hair?
My goddaughters, actually. I was blessed to have 2 goddaughters, Jayla and Kayla, years ago. And I remember just being just a single guy and everything else. And then we were given these girls. And I was like,
what do I do with this?
You know what I mean? Me and my friend, we some guys and we don't know nothing about girls' hair or nothing. It was like, and he was like, hey man, you try. And I'm like, all right. And they were with me a lot. And so it was like, I had to learn how to do something simple.
Yeah.
So the first ponytail I did was just like horrible. Horrible. In the middle of the head, leaning to the side.
Oh my gosh, poor baby.
Oh yeah.
Did she have to go to school like that?
Well, luckily they were babies. So, but by the time they started school, like real school, mom and everybody was like on it. They had a whole little hair team, you know what I mean? So for me, I just had to go to daycares and like little errands, like stuff like that. So they really didn't have to go nowhere where they just had to be on Front Street.
Gotcha.
But I had to have them somewhere where they looked presentable. There you go.
So being a dad of a girl,
Mm-hmm.
girl dad, if you will, like you stated, what pressure is there on you to know how to comb her hair?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. Because it's the simple fact that for men, sometimes we take advantage of the women. Meaning that we always just assume that mom is going to do the hair or mom has time to do the hair.
Gotcha.
We never know, you know what I mean? Whether we're in a relationship with the child's mom or co-parenting, what the mom is going through.
Very
so
true.
when it's time for her to bring it to us or if we're meeting them somewhere or anything of that nature, I have to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of condition their hair is going to be in. Mom could have had a rough day.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter could have had a rough day and mom, they was like, here you go. And so by the time I get it, it's a fro.
Oh.
And I'm like, I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm like, I gotta go somewhere.
What'd you say?
I want to pop in real quick in y'all's conversation on that.
Go
I
ahead.
also think that, in the African American community, a lot of men and not even African American, because there's so many people who are dating, in mixed situations. It also shows you how much African American women have to go through just to manage the hair, if you will. And I think a lot of people don't know that, and they're saying, well, why are you going natural, or why are you doing this? And it also opens them up to the side of, look at all of this that you have to go through to keep this managed, to keep looking nice. So it makes you respect women more, if you will, I would think.
Definitely. That for me, definitely the nurturing and everything, especially with my own hair growth, I had to really go, wow, this is what women really go through. This is what y'all really go through. I'm like, now I get it. Like, I really get it, from like the bonnets to like everything. I wake up and my bonnet is on. I go to the mailbox, my bonnet is on. I have no shame. I posted
a picture of your bonnet and I was done. I was like, this pink bonnet on.
Yes, and that was my daughter's bonnet. That was my daughter's bonnet.
Oh my god!
Because I had just got my hair done this way, and I was so used to wearing do-rags, and my stylist was like, you got to get a bonnet now when you go to bed. And I didn't have one. I was like, I knew my daughter had one, so I just went home and just grabbed hers.
Did you get your own bonnet?
I have my own now. I have my own. You know what I mean? They still stylish, but more for that. More for that.
So does this cultivate a close relationship with your daughters?
Yes, most definitely. The thing about it is, because daughters look at dad as heroes.
Oh, very true.
And as a hero, you never know what your role is. You know what I mean? It's, you're there to protect and be the tough guy and all that other kind of stuff, but it's the sweet side of the hero that you don't see. It's the doing the hair and the patience to want to do the hair. You know what I mean?
Right.
That takes a lot of time.
It does.
Because not every hair is manageable.
See how you said that to me?
You see how I said that? You see how you gotta choose your words. Not every hair is manageable.
I think you did a good job today.
You know what I mean?
Did a good job.
No. Not at all.
I'm trying to help you, Deshaun.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta be delicate. You know what I mean? Sometimes some of them is delicate, and so I definitely had to learn the patience and just all that. You know what I mean? And seeing that my daughter loves to just sit and be still with me and let me do her hair is just amazing. So
is she tender-headed?
Not at all. Like at first we thought she was but then it was just like, again, figuring out the hair and figuring out how to maneuver it, and water and just all certain little techniques. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. You know what I mean? Never try to comb a dry hair.
If you can use water, you're lucky, because that means that she's got what we call good hair.
In a way, yes, in a way. I still have to come sometimes, throw my little elbow in it and everything else, but for the most part, yes, she is blessed with some good hair.
So listen to Neil. This is typical of a male. You notice how he used the adjectives to describe how to manage the hair, and we're just gonna comb it and get through it, brush it, or whatever. But he went through a whole list of adjectives. Did you pick that up? I think that is so cute. Do you have any other questions, Tanil?
I don't have any other questions. I just wanted to give you a big round of applause for even creating this and knowing where to fit in the pocket with this situation, because everybody wants to always say that it's moms who are taking care of these kids 24/7, but we know you guys are out there and trying to do the right thing. This man is stepping up for even some kids that weren't his at the time. So just round of applause for that. And to all the gentlemen out there, we love and support you. We want you to continue to be in these children's lives. We are here for that.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So we hope that the event goes really well. We hope you have great participation. I know that there's a lot of men out there who wish that they could do something, with the baby's hair, or not have to do it at all. But at least they will be able to do it. So that should be a really, really fun event. I can't wait to see how that goes down.
Thank you.
So let people know again the date, the time, where they can get tickets, and how to follow you on social media. June 13th
at 11 a.m. Primary Paint Party / Prime Art Gallery. Primary Paint Party / Prime Art Gallery. It's going down. And yes, we are going to feed you. You know, that's a very important thing when we have events. People want to know they can get fed and everything. Look, I'm feeding you, giving you food and drink, t-shirts, hair care products, etc., etc.
Can I come?
Your hair looks amazing already. I can't do it. What more can we do with it? What more?
No, I want to come and participate. Tennille, you got boys. I need a little girl. Somebody give me that little girl.
Hey, I found a little teeny tiny one for you.
No.
That you can take over there. But she got what we call good hair too. So you better learn how to use that water and slick it to the left.
That's right.
I don't want a baby. I want somebody who can walk and talk and potty train.
Oh my! And that's potty train, right?
And that's potty train.
I think Bridget just wants to come over there and see those fathers this afternoon.
Ah! You tried it. You tried it.
Oh
No.
It's too funny.
Well, Deshaun, thank you so much for
pleasure.
coming and
Thank
all
you.
that you're doing in the community.
Yes.
And you guys can catch Deshaun at Primary Paint Party / Primary Paint Gallery. And then how can they follow you on Instagram or social media?
Instagram at Deshaun the Curator. It's real simple, Deshaun the Curator. And on Facebook at Deshaun Sharp. DESHUN.
Yeah, no A.
No A.
I did that. Well, thank you so much, Deshaun.
My
We
pleasure.
wish
Thank you
best
guys for
of
having me.
luck and happy Father's Day early.
Oh, yes.
Woo. You are tuned in to I'm just saying live. This is me, Bridget. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's Carl Payne. Take 2. Up next is entertainment news.
If I want it, I'm gonna get it. And I'm just saying.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. Spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters. When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is me, Bridget, and you are watching the I'm Just Saying Live morning show, and we are back. I got my girl, Simply Not Tennille, over there on Zoom. Listen, when I see you, I'm going to hug you so tight, so just be ready to say, I can't breathe.
You know I'm not. You know I'm not that big a hugger, but I'll hug you.
Oh, I know you're not. That's why I'm going to hug you. So I wanted to get into some other things before we go into entertainment news really quickly, because I think these are important, just to talk about COVID, which never goes away. So the airline Qantas is offering unlimited flights for a year as an incentive to get the COVID vaccine. So
I will get it for that.
You would?
I would get it for that.
Okay.
A year worth of free flights?
And you fit the category because it's for a family of 4.
Do you understand how much money that would save me?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to give you a specific vaccine?
Oh, see, no, you just have to get the vaccine. Just get vaccinated. And yeah, so the program is flight vouchers and loyal program. Are you with Qantas? Because it's a loyalty program that has status credits for vaccinated.
Definitely not
customers.
with Qantas. I don't think I've heard of Qantas at all.
They're an airline out of Australia.
Okay, yeah, I would love to go there as well. So y'all hit me up. Look.
Well, listen though, but United Airlines is also offering frequent flyer miles and a chance to win free flights as well for those who are vaccinated. So I don't know if you fly
Anything
United.
that says a chance to win means no one's winning. They're just telling you that so
word.
that you do. Sorry.
And then
You never hear who the final winner was. You never get that follow up. You don't see a picture of a person posted with their voucher in hands. Like, it just never happens. I'm just saying.
Very true, very true. So another story I wanted to touch on real quick before we go into entertainment news. A 7-year-old boy in Florida swam for an hour to get help for his dad and sister who was stranded in a river. This is an amazing story. This little boy and his sister and his dad were on the river, and the current was so strong that it knocked the 4-year-old into the river. The 7-year-old jumped off, tried to save his sister, and then the dad jumped off trying to save them both. And
Wow.
he told his son swim to shore and that he loved him because he didn't know how it was going to turn out. And the little boy said he dog paddled and did the backstroke so he wouldn't tire himself out. And the little girl had on a life jacket, and they all survived. And he made it to shore, but it took him an hour to swim. And he
That is
saved his
really,
dad and
really
sister.
amazing. Like, that's a
Isn't
cool
that amazing?
story.
I
Yeah,
love
you know,
that story.
family ties is the strongest thing, and I'm glad that the powers that be up above protected this baby while he
Yes.
was in the water, because he could have very much, been gone as well.
Yeah, and the fire department there was just so happy that the story ended with a happy ending. So I thought it was amazing. So
A really cute story, while we're talking about stories that were on social media and things of that nature, unless you weren't finished. Were you finished with that? Were you
yeah, I
about
was
to say
saying that
something?
one. Yeah.
Okay. There was a story that was posted that I thought was really cute of some African American doctors and nurses, if you will, who a patient came in and was refusing to be served by an African American, if you will, or by a Black. The
Okay.
entire staff
Oh yeah.
at this specific location was Black. They made a
Everybody.
video to celebrate it, dancing and saying, when you come in and refuse service and the whole squad is Black, and they did their little dance and moved on.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I
This
did too.
did something good for my soul on the inside, because I'm glad that we are finally at a point where we're hiring each other, where we're working with each other, and we have jobs that are great and predominant. So
Yeah.
I like that.
That was a great story. I loved that story. So one more story.
People are over here sending me comments and they said, dang, you got to San Diego quick.
Oh, that's hilarious. That
But
is
someone had
hilarious.
also sent me a message saying, why are you in there for the thing? Man, my kids sleep. This is not about me right now.
Man, can y'all mind y'all business and let Tennille be great?
I just can't make nobody happy, okay? I try.
Girl, make yourself happy. So I wanted to touch on this story real quick, and then I promise we'll go into entertainment news. But Tennille, a woman gave birth to a baby the size of a 2-month-old.
How big was this baby? 15 pounds?
No, he was 12 pounds, 9 ounces, and 24 inches long. She had a C-section.
That's really not that bad. That's
Right.
really not that bad.
But it
there are
took
people
two
who have
people.
had huge babies.
Right. I think the biggest one is 15 pounds on record
Yeah.
that I know of.
Okay.
But it took 2 people to lift him out. She had a
Two
C-section.
people.
2 people to lift him out, and his dad was.
That is just ridiculous.
Well, the big baby.
And she's been packing them around, all this time.
All this
They
time.
always talk about, like new moms and the amount of strength that they have. They are definitely strong because they've been packing that baby around in spite of.
Yeah, for 9 months. It's a big old baby. All right, y'all know what time it is.
It's time for This Is Me Bridgette with entertainment news.
Yes. What's up, ladies and gents? This is me, Bridgette, with your entertainment news for Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. So I want to start out with the story that you sent me, Tennille. Mary J. Blige becomes the
Come through,
youngest.
Mary.
Huh?
I said, come through, Mary.
Right? She's the youngest living person to be inducted into the Apollo Hall of Fame. The Grammy-winning artist joins a list of esteemed inductees, including Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, and Quincy Jones. This is a complete honor for her at such a young age.
This is amazing, but at the same time, how many of us, raise your hands if you hear me and you agree, how many of us knew that there was an Apollo Hall of Fame?
I didn't. Y'all always messing with me that I don't know much. I ain't know that.
Who's been making submissions here? Because, this is my very first time hearing about it. But, I'm proud and glad and happy. I know we have 1,000 different award shows and whatever else nowadays. But, I did not know that there was an Apollo Hall of Fame.
Apollo.
So that's great. Yeah. I'm glad I learned something.
I did too. I mean, because when you sent it to me, I was like, wait a minute. There's an Apollo Hall of Fame. That's just what
right.
So, how many of you like Peanuts? Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a peanut.
Well,
oh, you mean Peanuts as in Charlie Brown?
Yeah,
I thought
Charlie
you meant
Brown.
the actual nuts.
No. Charlie Brown.
Okay,
Charlie Brown
Charlie Brown was fine to me. Yes.
Okay. So apparently there have been 3 lost Charles Schulz strips that have been rediscovered, and they show an adult Lucy. So they're called the Hagemeyers, and 4 of them have appeared in books. The other 3 strips were found and purchased at an auction in May of 2020, and now they're going to be on display on June 17th at the museum's gallery space in Santa Rosa, California. So there's a Charles Schulz Museum and Research Center. I didn't know that he had other comic strips besides the Peanuts, Charlie Brown.
Most artists are that way, and even if they don't let them out, they still have them. Because it's what they do, it's what they love,
Well, I thought it was interesting, the cartoon characters, because it's just showing an adult version of Lucy and Charlie Brown, which is really cute.
Right? Who would have ever thunk it?
Who would have ever thunk it? Because we've only seen them as kids for years and years and years.
I know you can't do my show. Go on.
Okay, come through. I see you with your big drift out.
I am so sorry. I was trying to move my kid.
She did that on purpose, Vince.
Probably did. I thought it was on purpose.
She had to show us what she's working with.
Back to my spot.
Just in case y'all forgot.
Exactly. Vince said, just in case y'all forgot, she had to let y'all know she still got it. Come through, Big Drift.
I wish I would have been sucking in at this point now, because I have to go back and look at.
Now, see, you doing too much. Ain't nobody notice all that. You doing too much.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Let's reel this back in. Another honoree. City of Boston dedicates Bobby Brown Way in Roxbury. Girl, Bobby got a whole street named after him.
You know, I'm glad Bobby has a street. You know, Bernie Mac has a street. There's some other people, but
Yeah,
but
Steve
this
Harvey
is
has a
cool. You
street.
know, we down Bobby a lot because of the
We
drug
do.
use and this, that, and the other. But it's not like there's not 1,000,001 other people who haven't had drug problems and this, that, and the other. And I'm glad that he is receiving, you know, accolades, if you will.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I think that he deserves it. And the Boston mayor, Kim Janey, was the one who presented the singer with the honor. I think that was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So last week I talked about these underrated movies. Samuel L. Jackson's movie that people hadn't seen, and the name just escaped me just that quick. But anyway, another movie that's been dominating Netflix all month, is starring Keanu Reeves, is The Whole Truth. Have you heard of that movie, Tanil?
I have heard of it, but I've not seen it.
So it's on Netflix right now, and it stars Renee Zellweger and Gugu Mbatha-Raw. I think I'm saying that right. And Jim Belushi. Reeves plays an attorney who's working on a 17-year-old case and stands accused of murdering his wealthy father and professional friend of Ramsey. So he's trying to crack the case and all that good stuff. But the people on Netflix, or who watches Netflix, love it. It barely made $2 million
we caught
at the
back and
box
watched one of
office.
his movies, The Devil's Advocate, not too long ago, where he also played a lawyer and did a very good job. So I can just imagine how good this movie is probably going to be, because he always gives us the suspense we require for a good movie, if you will. So I look forward to seeing that one.
Well, yeah, but you know, the film came out in 2016. So it's
Right,
an
I just haven't
old
seen
movie.
it, so I'm going to have to go and check it out. Okay.
But that's the thing. I think it's going to be a great movie, but it struggled to make $2 million at the box office, and it was only 30% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is weird.
You just never know what was going on at that time. It might have
Right.
been released at the same time as Matrix.
Very true. That's true. Very, very true. Moving on, in other news, Oprah Winfrey says that everyone she interviews, including Beyonce, ask her the same 3-word question. You know what that is, Tanil? Because we
What's
do.
that?
We hear other people say it too after we interview them. What do they say to us? What do they ask us?
Oh my goodness! Don't put me on the spot. I can't think.
Was that
I can't
okay?
think of it. What? What do they say?
Was that okay?
Oh, people do. People do that. You're right. People
Yep.
always think that they were not going to do a good job.
Right.
No matter how confident they are and how confident they look, you know, they do always ask. And, you know, I kind of feel honored when somebody asks that, because it's like you wanted to do your best. You just didn't come in here, you know, bullcorning.
Right. And Oprah says that it's because everyone wants to be validated after sharing their story. Everyone wants to know if they did well and lived up to expectations. So, yeah.
Okay.
thought
I can
that was
agree with
cool.
that.
I do too. I love that. And to end it off, because this
No,
is...
No,
No,
don't
no, I'm not
end it, because
ending it.
we've got to talk about one thing. Go.
No. I was just saying to end off my entertainment news before I get into the, you know, fact and the affirmation. But we will talk about that. I know what you're talking about. You want
Okay.
to talk about that first? Because this one ties into Father's Day. So you want to talk about yours
Okay,
first?
yes, let's talk about this one first. Please,
Okay.
please. I sent this over to Bridget because it just kind of blew my mind. And, you know, in a time like right now,
Mhm.
when there's so much going on with people and their bodies and all this different type of thing, Texas rapper Big J said she refuses to sign with Offset. Why?
Mhm.
He said that she needed body work done. Can y'all believe this? Like, so many people, this is me in the natural at my age. This is just who I am. I'm comfortable with it. If I was an entertainer, would I change some things? We don't know. When you start getting all that money in and you start being around those people who feel like that's something that's a part of the norm, you don't know where your mind is going to go. But you want to be comfortable in the fact that those people who are supporting you, who are going to have your back during your career, don't already feel like you need 1,000,001 changes. And I applaud her for this because everybody is doing it. Everybody's getting the boobs and the butts and the everything. And she stepped up and said, hey, this is not the agency for me because y'all want me to get body work done. How do you feel about that, Bridget?
Well, for me, it's a catch-22 because I feel like, for one, you're looked at because it's your brand, and they want people to be her or be like her. And so, like with the Cardi B's and Beyonce and all those people, you know, people.
But do we not have enough of that already?
We do, and it sends a bad negative message to young girls, of course. And at the same time, I applaud her for standing in her truth and not letting them, you know, swayed her with money or anything else. You know, well, you can do this. Just like with the story earlier, the guys, you know, you cut your hair, then you can get this job. It's the same thing. Change your body, grow, you know, get some breast implants because sex sells in the industry.
Yep.
Let's be real. However, it does go along with the industry. You know, they want a product that sells. And so they feel like
here we
the way
are,
she looks
and we're
now,
back to the same thing with the hair. This
True.
is the same thing. It's a catch-22, and it always comes down to how bad do you want it. Like, are you, you know, too stupid to fill in a couple bubbles to try to pass the test? Like, what? I mean, it just depends on, you know, who you are and how strong you want to stick to those morals. And you know, some people have that ability, you know, because they tell you all of the different things that they, you know, try to make people do to get into the industry. And I know there's several men who feel like that's one of the reasons that, you know, their careers didn't blow the way they wanted, because they wouldn't, you know, have intercourse with other men and these types of things.
Right.
So it just depends on what you're offered and how far you will go. And hopefully you have a little bit of morals and standards in there, because I got a feeling, you know, we see all these people with all this money and they're still not happy.
True. But I think she'll do fine because, I mean, look at Lizzo, look at Monique. You know, they set a different standard that you can be who you are and your talent, which should outshine how you look anyway. That's just I'm just saying. That's what I think.
I'm just saying. Okay, now give us your story.
So Jay-Z talks fatherhood, and he says Blue Ivy made him learn how to swim. I think this is an amazing story because he says it's amazing. It's a very grounding thing. I didn't learn how to swim until Blue was born. There goes everything you need to know. This is a metaphor for our relationship. If she ever fell in the water and I couldn't get to her, I couldn't even fathom that thought. I got to learn how to swim. That's it. That was the beginning of our relationship. Isn't that nice? He learned how to swim for his daughter.
That is really nice, learning to swim for your daughter's safety. Jay-Z come through. You know, we always hear the back end and him as this business mogul and whatever, but he is still very much a father.
He's a dad.
That's a great story.
Yeah, he's a girl dad too. So real quick, Maxwani, thank you. The movie was Rules of Engagement. And Carlin wants to know, when is the deal coming home?
Tennille will be there on Thursday. You know, like I said, if the powers that be control it, and then I'll fill you in on all the deets, you know, that I have not shared here on the show. But yes, I have had an amazing time, but I definitely have been out here on the road for
too long, 2 weeks
now?
2.5 weeks.
It seems like it's been a lot longer, but it's really only been 2 weeks.
No, it's 2.5 weeks. Anyway, I'm gonna let you make
it.
So your fun fact for the day, and I'm going to do something around Father's all month for fun facts. So the first one is that Father's Day was invented by an American Mrs. Sonora Smart Dodd, who wanted to honor her father, a veteran who had a single parent and raised 6 children.
Wow.
On his own. And so she created the day Father's Day in 1910, June 19th. So that's your fun fact for this day.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Thank y'all. And your affirmation, I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it a dad theme. Dads, this is your affirmation. I am a source of positive inspiration for my spouse and my children.
Oh, that's sweet. You know, And I'm glad that it entails a spouse, that,
Yes.
when you have children that you should have a spouse. So I like that it tied the family thing together.
Absolutely. That's what we're about, positivity here. So when we come back, you know what's next. Tennille's Touchy Subjects. This is me, Bridget, and you're watching the I'm Just Saying Live Morning Show.
Hey, it's your boy Nephew Tommy. Up next is Tennille's Touchy Subjects. So don't touch that. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, I'm Robin B.
And I'm Dr. Kiva.
And we just want to know
How you living?
Join us every Monday
At noon Central Standard Time.
here on Edge Radio TV. Take care.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is me, Bridget, and you are tuned in to the I'm Just Saying Live Morning Show. You see my beautiful co-host over there, Simply Tennille, who's showing her midriff and letting us know she got it. In case y'all missed it.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, because you've stood up and sat down. We keep seeing the midriff, so I'm just saying, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It is definitely time to be summertime fine.
Right? And I'm just
we are also going to be bringing you guys some fitness stuff this month.
Yes.
So I'm super happy about that. I try to keep myself in shape. Does it always go well? No. Are there always things that I could do better? Yes. But to anybody out there who is consistently trying to make something happen for themselves and to stay healthy for that matter, I applaud you too. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
We're going to move on past that. Bridget, did we take time and talk about Cut to the Chase and that they need to go to Eventbrite and register?
Yes.
That's another thing. It is nothing like having a workout buddy. When you find somebody that you like and you go to the gym with them, it helps you get extra sexy, okay?
Right.
So we want you guys to come out to Cut to the Chase, and that's going to be on June the 26th at the Blue Leon. We cannot wait to have you. Okay, we're gonna have some fun with that thing.
We are. Real quick, Tennille, before we go into the touchy subjects, I really wanted to talk about this. Naomi Osaka quits the French Open after news conference dispute. Yes, for her mental health. So it's been a big deal. Everybody's talking about it. She's only 23 years old, but she suffers from depression. She paid the fine because she did not, do her media obligations. And then she just decided, I'm just not doing it. So she withdrew from the French Open.
So here's the thing with this. Like I just said a few minutes ago, there are several people out there who have tons of money and just cannot find happiness. She's been going through some things for a while. Even when we did the whole, Black Lives Matter situation, she's been constantly trying to speak out about different things that clearly she's dealing with. We haven't had like a complete sit down to really find out what's going on, but I'm sure that they've been trying to help her. And if she felt like she needed to walk away. Though right now, you're the best in the world, baby.
That's
so
right.
You do what you need to do that's good for you, because we would hate to see something happen to this beautiful talent.
I know, because she's so young. All right.
True.
Let's hit it. I've been waiting for this touchy subject.
I also wanted to talk about that Santee Foundation. Did you do that?
No.
Okay, I was trying to see what had been missed, but I wanted y'all to make sure that you remember that Colton and Corbin will be in a fashion show with the Santee Foundation that is going to be representing fathers. Now, it's not on actual Father's Day weekend. It will be before that. It's on June the 13th from 3 to 6, okay? And I would love for you guys to take part. Come out and support my boys. If you guys need tickets, the flyer is posted to my page, or you can hit me up on my inbox if you would like to come. Please go ahead and do that and get it out of the way. I would really, really appreciate that. I cannot wait for you guys to see my babies walk, and I'm going to be recording it myself, so I'll make sure the video comes out good. But Colton and Corbin, as pictured there, will definitely be in the show. This is about their third fashion show, so I think that it'll be fun for them, and I'm just excited to do it and be able to honor some really great fathers.
That's amazing. Of course, I'll be there, Auntie Bridget.
That part. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that I have talked about some things that are kind of related to this subject. I sent over Bridget a picture, okay, of a man and his adorable stepdaughter, okay? His adorable stepdaughter. Okay. And smiling and, smiling and, holding each other. And then I show a picture of them interlocked as a couple.
Yeah.
Older. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into Tennille's touchy subjects, where a stepdad has decided that his stepdaughter was his perfect match and decided to later marry her. Wow. They've now been married for several years, but you know that they're catching flack from everyone. Bridget, how do you feel about this? He's raised this girl and been around her entire life. I also want to say this. He was trying to keep in contact. Here we are with the breakups. A lot of people say that men should still be contacting their kids if they took time to raise them. We've talked about this in a behind the scenes conversation. He was trying to do just that. And as she got older, he realized, hey, she knows me, she this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And she was still coming around as an adult. They're not really blood related. And he shot his shot. What do you think about that?
I don't know. This crosses so many lines for me on so many levels. I think it's some bull, for one. I mean, because
right.
I mean, yes, you raised her. I mean, but you raised her from a little girl. And how can you turn that affection as a father to affection as her mate? It seems a little perverted.
Correct, because you cared for her raising her, and then you flipped and now you're caring for her as a woman, but every single thing about her, then you're also older than her. And, you know,
Exactly.
my thing with men and women in these relationships where there's a huge age gap, I almost take it as a disadvantage to whoever is younger.
Yep.
Because an older person is going to seem so much more interesting than they really are because they've had those life experiences to be able to tell you things, and it kind of engulfs you. It makes you want to listen to them. It makes them seem overly interesting. And I could definitely see that happening in this situation where he was her father and taught her how to treat a man, how to, you know, respond to different actions and things. So this is really crazy for me, if you will.
Yeah, me too.
I definitely didn't want him to be doing this, but this is not the first time we've heard this type of thing happening.
Right. I still think it's sick, but I mean, how do you, what do you say to your mom? Oh, Mom, here's my husband, your ex-husband, but the man who also raised me that I used to call dad. Who does that?
The fact that the age gap is that big to where you were already at childbearing age by the time she came around, it, you know, that means that y'all are at least at a, you know, kind of like a 20-year difference.
Right. So you having more children? So this is your daddy,
What?
Grandpa. I mean, that's just weird. It's weird.
It's
nasty.
definitely weird. Ladies and gentlemen, we need your help with this. Please, please, please put your comments down in the comment section so that we can read them off, because we want to know what you think about this. I definitely don't want to stand in the way of love, if you will. And they seem to be doing just fine in their love and whatever else. But did this man take advantage of, you know, his situation with this young girl? In my mind,
he did.
Yes, he did. He definitely took advantage of her and used those strengths of his to kind of coax this girl into a situation that's not necessarily right, but they are not blood related. So can we judge them for this? You know, I'm not a judger and I try not to judge at all and just let people be who they are. But when it comes to a point of taking advantage of someone, then that's something completely different.
I mean,
so
it make me
let's take to the comments. People, put your comments right now.
Yes, let us know what you think. It also makes me, lean towards the fact that he's a narcissist. I mean, because when do you cut it off? When do you cut it off? You're older than her. You raised her. So I agree with you on him taking advantage of her. And I'm sure he still scolds her, you know, if they have an argument or something. You see what I mean? I just couldn't.
I completely understand what you mean. And it just really sucks to even have to think about this, because men, if you've been raising my kids as their father, please just stay in that lane. I don't need you trying to cross over and swap. We've heard the stories of the girls coming on to the men, and maybe she did exactly the same thing. I don't know, during a visit or something of theirs once she got older, but this is just ridiculous. Please stay in your lane. If you ever cared about me at all, do not try to date my kid.
That goes for my daughter or my son.
Because then someone has to die, because I feel like you're that same person whose relationship didn't work out with me. So I can't see you guys serious. Like, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
That's crazy.
But we don't have any comments yet. Vince, you have a comment on that? No?
Neither one of those in my world.
He said neither one of those are in his wheelhouse. Okay. Well,
yeah, that's, like I said, I think that this is pretty straightforward, but I had to bring it to you because things like this are still happening. And I want to encourage women and men, be careful who you have around your kids.
That part.
You know, there's a lot of people, you know, out here who are living double-sided. This is just not a woman thing. There may be women out there who are bisexual that will also entertain your daughter.
Yep.
So just watch yourselves. You know, we definitely have to be careful who we bring into our children's lives.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So with no comments yet. I did want to bring up one story real quick. It's kind of cute. This man traveled cross country to mine the diamonds for his girlfriend's engagement ring. He dug up, Tennille, a 2.2 carat beauty.
Now, where did he find this?
In Fayetteville, Arkansas. Yep, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And someone else found a 4.49 yellow carat diamond in a Diamond Crater State Park. So they're out there. You want to find
diamonds
diamonds?
Diamonds are in the ground in Arkansas.
Yeah, Fayetteville, Arkansas. That's what it said.
I'm gonna have to check. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out because I would feel like more people would be mining there. Is this like a thing that people do in this area?
Yeah. And he planned a trip out with a friend of his. It took them some time to do it, but he was determined. And he found her engagement
that is
ring.
really awesome that he wanted to put that effort in for her. It doesn't matter whether or not you go and mine it, but whether you stack up the change and deliver the appropriate thing that's going to make whoever you're with happy. I'm all here for it, and this is just going to make her respect him more, I feel.
I feel that too. Well, guys, this concludes our show today. You have been watching the I'm Just Saying Live morning show with This Is Me, Bridget, and Simply Tennille, who will be in the studio on Thursday.
Yes, I'll be there on Thursday. I cannot wait to see you live and in person right there at the Edge Studio at 415 West Gray Street. Y'all, please come meet me back there. We would love to have you as part of our live studio audience and our friends with Benny's. And don't forget, we will be spinning the prize wheel.
Yes, we will spin the prize wheel. So up next, guys, is Erase the Race with Carlin and Richard. So please stay tuned and watch those guys as well. I'm sorry? Oh, Memorial Day special. They're in the studio telling me what their show is going to be about.
Hi, guys.
All right, guys, we will see you on Thursday, and we are out. Peace.